Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show from the Don't Cross the Line. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening, and as they say every other evening, I hope everyone's keeping well out there, and obviously you can see my new setup for now. While the lockdown is on, I'm working in the loft. I had my studio, but obviously with the close down we all had to, well, adhere to everything that was said, and obviously I just took a back seat and just thought I could have stayed there 24/7, that's what I've got, but obviously with it being a community building I did not want to step on anyone else's toes, and obviously it's getting the guests in there anyway. Social distancing, well, that is what it's all about now, isn't it? We need to keep apart from everyone, but my studio is the right pair or the place to do that. Anyone who's been in the studio will know that I can sit at one end of the table and my guest can sit at the other end of the table. Well, this would have been REFspect Awareness Weekend 2020. Unfortunately, we had to go along with the Premier League. They cancelled, we've had to cancel, and grassroots football is cancelled. So there'll be no REFspect Awareness Weekend at grassroots football. It's a national REFspect campaign, and even Ireland, the FAI, they took over it with us, and they were going to promote it as well, but obviously football is cancelled throughout the country and beyond. Well, the plans that we did, we're still going to celebrate a little bit REFspect. It is carrying on for next season, as we all know, and JFC Kirby, who sent me a message and said, does that mean they're still the title winners? Well, you got your title last year, that was there to be kept. Well done to JFC Kirby along with the others who've won it as well, and Lostock Hall and Sheffield and District. Obviously I think they all understand that we can't put any awards up this season, it's cancelled till next season, but gives us more time to plan ahead for the REFspect Awareness campaign, and it gives you more time to plan ahead as well, what you can do to help us out. So we're looking forward to each and every one of you getting on board with us for grassroots football. Well, you may have seen my posts during the week. We're building up towards the REFspect Awareness Weekend, so we're still celebrating it. 25th tomorrow. It could have been a big game, Liverpool, Everton, all over the Premier League, all the referees, the PGMOL, which is the Premier Game Match Officials Limited, in case anyone didn't know what it stood out for. We're just giving you the insight into it. And Mike Riley and all the team of Premier League referees, the officials, we're going to be wearing our t-shirts during the warm-ups throughout the Premier League this coming weekend. Unfortunately, they can't. So what we're doing in its place, we're just sort of celebrating it. We're putting Football Emotions, the song, out. You've seen us being doing that, and that was brought out last year to help us with the REFspect campaign. This year we're just playing along with it, and we're asking kids to come up and dance, do dances towards it if they can. Not many have taken on board, by the way, so what happened to grassroots? I thought our song was absolutely fantastic. Football Emotions, view it on YouTube, DXTL TV from the touchlines. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Anyway, we're putting up posts, we're putting up photographs of referees, and this week we've asked all referees if they've got any favourite photographs to put up as well. Put them on social media, Twitter, so each and every one of us can like your photographs, because it's just a thank you for all the work that you did do towards the start of the season. It didn't finish and it's not going to finish, and it's just a thank you to keep you in the game, if you like. We don't want you walking away, because we're not hearing too much on social media of referees, only the odd one or two who are putting posts up and sharing little things as well. So we're just a bit worried that all you referees are not going to be turning up for next season whenever the season starts. If we get through this with the lockdown, social distancing, we just need you and everyone else to keep on board with us, and we want to thank you by you've seen me putting some referee posts up that we've got, the kids celebrating hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, getting you on board. Remember that last season, that was an absolute massive hit, and that went part of the Football Emotions, the song with the case. We joined forces together, and also Condor Online, they were on board with us, and they thankfully did the video for us, put it together, and it was a cracking video. It was just telling the story about parents towards referees at grassroots football, how they behave, what it's like for a referee to take the verbal abuse and be shown some aggressive behaviour. But it was all calmed down. It was really calmed down by the song Football Emotions and the words. If you've not heard it or watched the video, then please, as I say, go onto YouTube and type in DXTL TV from the touchlines, and you'll be able to view myself with all my podcasts. I'm just starting up. This is why I'm putting it on YouTube now, just to build up for Friday, Saturdays and Sundays, grassroots football weekender shows. There's not much football we can talk and discuss about. We can go back in memories, but at the end of the day, it's the future that we're more concerned of. We're worried about teams folding, worried about managers giving up, and we're worrying about referees not bothering anymore, just saying they've just had enough. And other referees may be looking out and thinking what else they can do other than referee. Now they've had a long time off and they don't miss it, and that's the worry that we've got. So I'm wondering whether county FAs, I know there's only a few members of staff in those county FAs, I'm wondering whether you've had any feedback on referees who are saying they're not going to continue, they've give up, or are you just going to get more and more referees? Because if you want to be a referee, you're a youngster, 14 years of age, and you think, I could be a referee, you know. If we're going to have referees leaving, then you could get in touch with your local county FAs Monday to Friday. I know there's some amount, only down to the bare minimum across the country, with people turning into work, and I'm sure if you sent an email to the secretary, that'll go to someone there in the county FA and ask them, could you still get involved in refereeing? How do you go about being on a course? And Dave Horlick's your man there in Liverpool County FA. I'm not too sure about other county FAs across the country, but why not just get in touch with your county FAs and ask them out where the courses are, how we're going to be doing, and maybe drop them an email. You know, we all know that football has been cancelled until further notice by the FA, the Premier League, and also the government. Unfortunately, we're all suffering this gorgeous weather, so if you're staying in, I'm sure you're all getting a bit of a suntan. I'm getting a little bit of a suntan, and I'm working. I'm one of those key workers, as they say. I go out and do some care work as well, but I still regard it as a job. Bring in the person that we support into the community and get them involved, but unfortunately we can't do that, and they can't understand at the moment, or he can't understand about social distancing, and we need to keep them apart from people, and the worrying why this is happening, what is the big thing about it. So it's hard to explain, and I'm sure that's going right around the country in care homes. Anyway, we all did the little clap again last night, didn't we, thanking the NHS and care workers and key workers all over the country, and it went down a bomb. And I watched that Children in Need. I don't think it was as good, obviously it wasn't, because it wasn't, well, it was live, but all the guests were all on their own little cameras and they're all at home. The Peter Kay song, I wasn't too sure about Peter Kay. Is he okay? I'm not too sure. It wasn't, he didn't seem himself when he was interviewed. Did anyone watch it? I thinking the same things as myself. Peter, if you're watching this, I hope you're fantastic, and you know, we do miss you, love your humour, and I think you're absolutely brilliant in all the work that you do and keeping people laughing as well. But you just didn't seem yourself last night when you were interviewed there about Amarillo, the song Reborn Again, with all the key workers dancing to it. But it was nice to see a lot from all over the country getting their faces in full view. The fire service, the bin men, the key workers, the nurses, the cleaners, you name it, everyone, care workers, they were fantastic. Doctors, all having a little go, a song and dance, and the families of the key workers as well having a little go as well. So well done if you managed to get your faces on there. I think as the Walton, where I'm close to, was shown on BBC, they showed quite a few snippets before it was shown on Children in Need. And if you're on there, well done for everyone who took part on there and had a little bit of fun as well and got all the country laughing. But well done to everyone who had that little clap last night for the NHS workers and key workers as well. And I think it's again next week, clap for key workers next Thursday at 8 PM if you want to take part, if you can take part. Anyway, as we were saying, we're going back to REFspect, so you'll see all my posts going up there, you'll see me photographs going up there, and I know next gen goalkeeping. Jason was on the phone to me today talking about podcasting. He's going to put a bit of a podcast on regarding his goalkeeping and talking to one or two ex-pros. So it should be a good thing if we can all keep them on board and make sure that everyone is, well, sort of enjoying themselves. Well, anyway, we're cutting the short and the tall story short. We're doing a shorter show, and hopefully you'll enjoy that. We'll be back again tomorrow at 7 p.m, but in the meantime, send your photographs in, your REFspect, the awareness weekend, and we'd love to like them, share them. Referee especially, get involved with us. We don't want to see you leaving, and we want more teams to get involved. But no matter what you're doing, stay safe, look after each other, and we'll see you tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Hope you've enjoyed the show. See you tomorrow. Mal Lee from Don't Cross the Line, the REFspect campaign, and everyone who's taken part in the REFspect Awareness Weekend this week. Please share our post and like what we're doing. Keep on top of it and support our referees. REFspect 2020. Good night, God bless.